Direct from the beautiful Inland Blue Studios, this is the Nerd Life Crisis Podcast with your hosts, Chris Thayer, Steve Hale, and Ron Miltz.
All right, everybody, and welcome back to the Nerd Life Crisis Podcast. Here with your host today,
Chris Thayer,
Steve Hale,
and I'm Ron Miltz. It's 2017, people. It's our first podcast of the new year. Sorry, we took some time off, but there just kind of was nothing going on for the last 3 weeks, so we didn't have a whole lot to talk about.
Yeah, it's a little quiet.
Yeah, it's always that end of the year, beginning of the year quietness, and then it gives us a chance to like each other again. When
it's been raining too, so it's like, and that doesn't happen much in California.
No.
So I mean, we're all standing out front, like staring at the sky, like holy shit, that's liquid sky.
Right, man.
I don't know what to do. I'm going back in the fucking house.
There was, it's funny with all the rain that's been happening. Like the number of trees that have gone down in my neighborhood have been like insane.
What?
Yeah. Like we lost.
Got me worried out there.
Well, we lost a pine tree last year. Like, welcome to the Home Improvement Podcast.
But now that it's raining, they're just gonna start sprouting out of nowhere.
Right.
So
Well, we're gonna get. Well, at least the drought is done. Thank you for that. All right. Good times. We're gonna just turn the hose on in the front yard and let it run.
A huge percentage of it. Yeah.
So good times.
Yeah, like Northern California right now is like literally just floating down the fucking the street.
Oh, and it was, what was it, the Shasta Dam, first time they had opened it in like 7 years to do the spillway.
I mean, look at our mountains. I don't remember the last time I've seen them look like this.
It's very Lord of the Rings-esque right now.
It's been really a long time.
Like, I want to grab you guys and like my fake ring, and like we're gonna head up into the fucking hills.
Let's go. Grab my backpack. I'm ready to go.
You were supposed to go hiking this weekend. Did the snow chase you away?
We decided it was too dangerous.
Well, fucking A, dude.
Well,
it snowed 2 feet over the weekend.
Well, I mean, and I've got this little group like a little Facebook group, because I've got some new people that are going to be going with us this year, and I make these little posts and stuff about hikers that have either gotten hurt and have to be helicoptered off the mountain or have fallen and died.
Well, it's a serious thing.
Exactly. We're not going out Mount Rubidoux here. This is like the real deal. So you need to be prepared. You need to understand that, like, even people who are experienced
get hurt.
Get hurt on these things.
Yeah.
This is, and you're a long way from home. And helicopters down the mountain are very expensive.
How big is your group now? What are you looking at?
There was just probably like 6 of us now who are going to be doing it. So,
cool, man.
Yeah.
Tell you, if you ever decide not to do it on a Sunday, that I wake up in time for.
You know what? I tell you, man. If I do it on Saturday, then I lose people. If I do it on Sunday, I lose people.
No, it's a double-edged sword.
Dude, you're like fucking Forrest Gump. Like, just goes running, and then people start following you.
Well, last Monday I had the day off for Martin Luther King Jr. Day for the first time like ever, and I just went up by myself.
Yeah.
Dude, you went by yourself?
I did.
I texted you. You should have told me.
I was already on my way up.
Oh,
so,
okay. That's why I woke up late. Like, I was supposed to be up at 7:30 to meet you by 8, and I woke up at 8, and that's why I was like, I sent you that text, and then you were like, pussy. And I was like, well, if you're still down, let me know. It'll take me 10 minutes to get to where you are. So
the one, my goal is to do Mount Whitney this summer.
Yeah.
And I visited it last year, and that was very Lord of the Rings. I mean, like, this mountain just piercing these beautiful clouds. It was just awesome, dude. I just like, that's all I could think of was like, holy shit, this is Lord of the Rings,
right?
It was really cool. So,
well, this year, I am tabbing this year as the year of adventure. I've told Elena that my adventure level needs to increase now that Ronald Andrew is approaching 5. Mm-hmm. Like, he is almost old enough to take care of himself if I die. So
almost.
He can get a job at 5. Child labor laws are ruining.
He can cook macaroni noodles now.
Exactly.
Get the little stool. He's good to go.
There you go. So yes, this year is my year of adventure. So we're hitting the whitewater rafting again, especially with all this
rain. The wife
rain.
and I super excited about that. We'll talk afterwards.
For sure.
Yeah.
But we're gonna hit the whitewater rafting this year. I'm planning on doing some desert camping a little later in the year as it warms up a little more. Yeah. And then we're definitely gonna go. We've decided to go and reinvest the Forerunner into some buying because it's been a few years since we've.
Well, I know a couple of our friends have recently gotten into this. Matt and Carmen.
Yeah, it's a good time, dude.
For you out there who we're like, who the fuck are these guys talking about? This friends of ours. Don't mind us. We're just chatting.
But they, but 4x4ing is a fucking blast. The problem is with the 4Runner, we have no air conditioning, so it's like summertime 4x4ing without air conditioning, and it's fine. It's you're like if I'm in an open air Jeep, but I'm not.
Just get yourself a little pair of those. Like those Army Ranger silkies.
Is that what I'm gonna do?
Oh yeah, that's what I'm gonna go whitewater rafting in, dude.
Are you now?
Oh yeah, totally. You're gonna love it, dude. You're gonna love it. You're gonna see. It'll say that motherfucker's been squatting.
Or is the legs looking good over there?
Absolutely,
nice.
Dude. Yeah.
You're not skipping leg day.
No, never.
Good,
never.
good. So, but yeah, this is gonna be the year of adventure for me. So,
cool.
and there might be some big changes coming down the line. We'll see if all goes the way it's planned. Yeah. How about for you?
I'll be in here.
Yeah, you were gonna because you now have 9 bands. Just so you know,
I do have a lot of
Right.
projects that have kind of come to fruition, and you know what's really funny is I just put out that Depravity Brothers record on iTunes, and I've already gotten somebody from like France who wants to play it on the radio, and
he's like,
We come from.
I'm so excited about this.
I love your blues.
What they say?
record.
We come from France.
We come from France. And then I had a local place. Like I didn't tell anybody. They want to book us.
Good times.
I'm like,
that's cool.
It's not like actually a full band. It's more of a recording project. But maybe this summer we'll
Right.
put something together. I mean, I didn't say that. I was like, well,
it is some dirty
we're,
blues though.
We're pretty busy, and the other guy's touring, which is true. I mean, he tours all over the world.
Yeah.
With Led Zeppelin. But I mean, it's possible that by summer, if the demand keeps coming, we'll actually get together and do something.
Nice.
That's cool.
But it's just been kind of like an outlet creatively because I can't play that stuff with the Villains, even though Villains is kind of heavy. Definitely can't play it with the Big Papa Band.
No.
And just like tonally, it's so dark. A lot of it's kind of depressing and nihilistic, and that's just not what the Villains project is about. It's more uplifting and positive. So,
Villains.
the storybook Villains, yeah.
And it's
Well, yeah, obviously. You would think.
Yeah.
No, this is, I kind of talk about, that's more of like a Rage Against the Machine meets Muddy Waters kind of project. Whereas this other thing, the Depravity Brothers, is like you can't listen to it without making a Billy Idol snarl in your face. It's like, ugh.
I like it.
It's heavy and it's gross, and that was the whole point. It's
it's.
I
good
play
times,
a
man.
fucking flying V on that.
Are you really?
Oh yeah, all of the
You
6-string stuff
You
is
pulled
flying.
the flying V down to actually play it.
I did, and it sounds gross and just like, ugh. And I love it. I love listening to that record.
Well, I'm looking forward to 2017. We've got, all of us have got coals in the fire, and that's the beauty. It's like when you are driven in some way, shape, or form, like good things come from it, So it's like we talk about a variety of things, but we don't get too deep into all of our projects all the time. But Steve, I know you got something on the wood on the burner, and I think we should talk about it.
Yeah, a few years ago, I started doing something called Man-Made Monsters. I was just making T-shirts and crap.
I wouldn't know anything about that.
Everybody's making T-shirts and stuff these
and just
days,
fucking grifting shit from other people.
Yeah,
it's the worst.
So
That's a cool Star Wars shirt.
My roots
Nerd Life
have
Crisis.
always been in horror and Halloween. It's some of my favorite conventions I like to go to. It's my favorite time of year, obviously. So I decided to just start taking some of the knowledge I've learned from making Star Wars props and building those things and applying it towards Halloween stuff. I've got some friends, we were talking about like, you go to the stores and it's kind of like low quality junk,
Right.
I mean,
always
over
plastic,
the years,
crap, rubber crap.
and I think that I can go ahead and produce some pretty cool stuff that at affordable prices. It's not going to be, unattainable by your average home haunter. And there's a lot of people out there who are really, doing this stuff.
So what's the material, or is that a secret? Like, what is this stuff made of?
Oh, it'll be resin. A variety of things. It'll be kind of depends on what I'm
Right.
going to be, making. But even polyurethane stuff or just resin, foam, latex stuff.
Oh, okay,
Cool, man.
But I'm gonna start putting both feet into that this coming year.
What's the long-term goal? If you don't mind me asking.
You know what, man? I would love to be supplying stuff to Not Scary Farm,
Right.
You know, or even like, hey, we need 100 skulls for a production of something. That'd
Cool,
be
man.
Awesome.
Temple of
You
Doom.
know?
Well, and what's
Yeah.
funny is it's
right.
it's interesting watching over the years how all of you guys joining the 501st has sort of led you down this path of construction.
Oh yeah, dude. I got a few friends, my brother included, man. I mean, they are like producing, you know,
That's crazy.
costumes, and they are
High quality.
busy.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, and
real busy.
there's a demand for it right now, so it's like
Yeah.
you're getting in at a good time, you know. And it's funny because we've been kind of on the zombie swing for a while, and I think that's starting to wane just a little,
Yeah.
like the vampire swing. But that doesn't mean that we're off the horror swing, because
No.
I think there will be whatever the next thing is, you know, that's going to come out. And
Well, you know, it's like just, you know, taking our kids out trick or treating over the last couple of years, and you see these houses, and you go like, look, there are still people out there decorating, and I think they'll, you know, they can get more than just your crap from Target, and sometimes Target has some cool stuff.
They've upped their game a little bit.
You
as
know
far as
what?
the
It goes
props.
up and down, and there's conventions that they actually go to
Right.
that's they're presenting their wares.
Like they had a
and, you know,
skeleton cat this year. And I was like, wow, that's pretty
Yeah.
dope
Yeah.
for Target, you know.
Yeah.
Cool.
But, you know, previous years it was bullshit.
well, I look forward to seeing that, man. That's going to be
Thanks.
fucking cool coming in the year.
Yeah.
And like I said, just, you know, obviously we'll always talk about a little bit of our own. You know, we like to sell ourselves. We're whores that way. You know, it's part of the
Sure.
reason we do this. But guys, as we start 2017,
Oh my God, I forgot about something we didn't talk about.
what?
We didn't talk about our signing.
Let's not.
No, but the thing that happened that they brought to get signed.
Oh, that's fine. Your Funko Pop toy.
Dude.
Somebody brought a goddamn those little Funko Pop toys.
I saw the picture.
Oh my God. Like a Live More one. And I'm like, I was just like, and they're like, would you sign this? And Chris is, I'm like, he has nothing to do with iZombie. Why?
Nothing.
And the guy's like, I just knew it would piss you off.
And I'm like, hell yes, I'll sign it. It's not even that like it's a great show or anything, but I can't believe the dude like went out and found that thing and bought it.
Searched for it for
specifically for that reason.
Did I ever tell you guys about my fucking Lorenzo Lamas story?
Maybe, but why don't you repeat it?
You were young, you needed the money.
I was waiting at the airport to pick up my friend.
You're a
and
renegade.
I'm waiting, and I'm looking down the hallway, and here comes this fucking guy walking down the hallway with this blonde Playboy chick on his arm, and a friend of mine was waiting with me, and I look over at her, I go, "Look at this guy, man! He thinks he's fucking Lorenzo, man." And as they got closer, I was like, Holy shit, it's fucking Lorenzo. It's fucking Lorenzo Lamas." And he heard me say, and he looks over like fucking gave me a wave like, "Hey, man." Well, I tell my friend who I was waiting for about this when he got off the plane and stuff. My buddy Phil, he is a big collector. He goes to a lot of shows all over the country. And it just so happens he runs into, at a convention, no other than fucking Lorenzo Lamas. He tells them this story. They think it's a fucking a hoot, right? A couple of months later, man, I get a fucking envelope in the mail from my buddy Phil, and I open it up, dude, and it is a fucking picture of Lorenzo Lamas from Renegade. It says, "To Steve from fucking Lorenzo." I still have it, man. It's in my book. Yeah, it's so awesome.
Dude, that shit would be on the wall at
Yeah,
my
it's like-
house.
That's like one of my favorite autographs, and that's what makes me think of Chris signing the fucking iZombie toy.
Oh my God, that's fantastic. Fantastic. All right. So we're fresh into 2017, and I think it's the most apt way to start this year is we need to talk about what's coming and either our excitement level, non-excitement level, or essentially just like, do we give a fuck at this point about some of these? Because we're a show about nerd movies, and this year is the greatest nerd year movie that has fucking ever been since maybe like 1984.
Dude.
Like, it's insane this year.
It's like Taco Tuesday on Cinco de Mayo. I've been training for this year my whole life. This year has got so many great movies coming out.
Wait, is Cinco de Mayo on Taco Tuesday
I
this year?
believe so.
Holy shit,
yeah,
let's make it a
so
thing.
I've been training, I'm ready to go. And oh man, I mean, just first one up, I think is going to be Logan as our first movie.
Yeah, and let's
awesome.
talk about that.
When is that?
We've got Logan coming in March.
What?
Right? So it is just like a month and a half away from
so exciting.
Looks like the last X-Men movie in that universe. So
the only thing that scares me is, you know, you're watching the trailer and they're playing fucking, you know, Johnny Cash's 9 Inch Nails Hurt, and they've got this awesome song, and the trailer is cut. It's reminding me of fucking Suicide Squad, you know, where it's like really cool cuts, really awesome music, really getting me pumped.
Professor X says fuck.
Does he say fuck?
He says fuck, yeah.
Oh,
She's like he at one point he's like, you know, she's running around like she's 13 and I'm fucking 90, you know, and you're like, yeah, Professor X just
I didn't hear that part, but man,
it's
that's
in
awesome.
one of the trailers online, yeah. So
oh, that's so great.
But
you know?
yeah, I'm with you, man.
So I'm a little nervous.
Fool me once.
Yeah.
You know what it is? I have such bad blood from that first fucking Wolverine movie. Like that first standalone one.
And the end of the last one?
No, the fucking last one in
friggin-
Japan was fun, dude.
It was fun up until the end, and then when it became Mr. Roboto, it was so stupid.
No, he
It was
you
so
didn't like that
stupid.
the Silver Samurai had?
No, it was terrible.
I liked that part. Like I thought it was
hated
cool.
that.
I was okay with that movie.
Yeah, that movie was fun, dude.
I
But
loved it
actually,
up
when
to
I
that
watched
point.
it, I was that was when like my gallbladder was about to like burst.
yeah.
So I didn't enjoy it as much, but I was like, I didn't want to turn it off.
Right.
You know,
It
so
was
it wasn't
enjoyable.
that bad.
It
So.
wasn't like Suicide Squad where I'm like, I don't know that I ever want to watch this again.
Right.
You know? But no, that movie was, look, it was better than the fucking last X-Men movie that just came out.
No.
Really? I'm not
Yeah.
talking about Days of Future Past. I'm talking about the fucking Apocalypse that just came out.
No.
That movie's terrible. That
it wasn't
movie.
that bad.
Oh,
dude.
it was not good. As
Yeah,
good as
actually,
First Class
you know
and Days
what?
of Future Past was.
I think we did an episode where we ranked these movies or something in order of good to suckness. I remember doing something about
this
that.
one was really at the bottom, just so you know.
But you know what?
But
I'll have to
Logan.
watch it
But,
again.
but
It's been a long
Logan,
time.
rated R,
Yeah.
Oh, they
full
found out
blown.
that today,
I mean,
right?
Yeah.
Logan is killing fuckers in this movie.
Deadpool
man.
finally made it okay to make
Right. Thank you, Deadpool. Thank
Wolverine
you, Ryan
should
Reynolds.
have been rated R all along.
Yeah.
And they were trying to sell it to fucking kids with toys. And it's like
Right.
that Wolverine Origins movie like fucking reeked of that.
Yeah.
And so did really the last one. Like that's why it's funny because you're always like, I hated that last one. And I'm like, well, I've only ever seen the director's cut, which was unrated. And to me, that was fun.
Of which one?
Of the Wolverine.
Oh.
Of Wolverine in Japan. So I've never seen the theatrical cut.
Well,
so I don't
it's
know the
hard
difference.
for them to break past these years of doing the same thing.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, but it's like, listen, the people who love these characters, they're all grown up now. Okay. And in reality, the kids today have seen bukkake videos by the time they're fucking 7.
Is that
all right?
part of the end of that movie too?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
he fights the Silver Samurai and then Bukkake's
Bukkake. You know.
By the
So,
way, if you don't know what
trust me.
bukkake is, please Google bukkake.
But not at work.
I guarantee you will not be disappointed.
Bukkake. And you know what? If you do it at work.
Did
The work
Yeah.
will really appreciate that.
Did you guys ever see the video I posted of a vegan bukkake? Was the girl on the ground and the guys with the carrots, and they
Yes.
I actually lost a Facebook friend because of that post.
Was it a vegan friend
Yeah,
or?
it
Oh,
was
okay.
super sensitive, dude.
Oh, my
it was so
Lord.
funny though.
Oh man.
People got no sense of humor. It's like my current project. People got no sense
I
of
always
humor.
love it when I message beforehand. though. I love it when they tell me, I am going to defriend you because of your blah, blah, blah. And I go, yes.
At least I know it works.
Exactly. I'm so glad that video has ended this fucking false friendship. Thank
Like
you.
we weren't really friends to begin with,
I
so
haven't
it's
seen you in 22 years. What
Right.
the fuck do I care?
exactly.
So yeah, if you
Exactly.
have any vegan carrot bukkake videos, please send them my way. So
All right, so Logan, on our excitement scale of we will run the scale from Phantom Menace to John Wick. What is your excitement? Because we can all agree that John Wick was a fucking awesome movie, right?
And John Wick 2?
Yeah, well, we'll get there. So on your Phantom Menace to John Wick, what level of movie excitement are you in the middle there?
I'm in the middle.
Well, what movie level of movie excitement are you? Playing a game here, so you have to participate.
I am I'm not quite Suicide Squad low, but I'm definitely a little more than Phantom Menace excited.
Okay. Steve, how about for you?
That's kind of subjective.
I am probably
point.
the first Hobbit excited.
Okay, excellent.
So,
that's pretty excited. Like that's
not the third Hobbit excited. By that one, I wasn't very excited.
You mean the first
anymore.
Hobbit excited where they spent like an hour eating dinner and
they were just
doing the
singing?
dishes?
I remember somebody just showing me the preview of them singing. And I was like, oh yeah, sing it to me.
Yes.
Yes.
We just watched all those, and it's like I'm sitting there going, God damn, there's a lot of eating in this movie.
Wow.
Right?
I really wish they didn't CG the orcs in those movies.
Oh, that made me so. I was very disappointed.
Although I do have to say that rewatching The Lord of the Rings over Christmas break, those movies are not aging as well as they could be.
You know what, man? So many movies with CGI are just not aging well. Not that it was a great movie to begin with, but like we just watched The Mummy, the Brandon Fraser one.
Oh, no. Those are,
and
wow.
holy crap, that CGI is fucking terrible,
right?
man.
You're just like, suddenly you're like, we
just,
all love this at one point, you know?
So... Oh,
it's like when I go back and rewatch The Last Starfighter, and I'm like, "Oh dear God!"
We talked about it before on a previous episode too. Was the Men in Black movies?
Oh yeah,
look
like the
really
first one
rough,
especially.
Or even the second one with Laura Flynn Boyle.
Yeah.
God, her graphics were terrible.
Well, that movie was slammed together before the writer strike, and it fucking looks like
that was really rough.
All right, let's go to the next one. How about Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2?
Dude.
I'm John Wick excited for that.
Dude, that is my fucking movie of the year right now.
I watched the first one just Sunday night again.
That's funny.
With the boys.
That was on my list of movies that I rewatched as well.
And man, I just walked away from that going, man, I just can't wait to see the second one. Dude.
It's so great.
So
I really hope that when they find his father and they cut off his hand and he's like, "No, you're not my father." That's gonna be great, dude. I can't wait. And then he's gonna have like a little frog's gonna teach him fucking magic and such. It's gonna be great.
That's cool.
All right, no, but I'm seriously. That is. Are you all right over there? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm still trying to. They still ripped off Star Wars.
I know.
But that's
I know.
fine.
I got it.
But the second one does not look like they ripped off Star Wars.
No,
at all.
it looks like. I don't know.
Maybe it's just like they were like, we'll do the hero's journey for the first one, and then we'll actually do a
I like
Guardians of the Galaxy movie.
You know,
right?
The
Baby
Groot's a little plant wearing pajamas. I mean, you can't beat the cuteness.
Dude,
of
the
that.
scene they showed at Comic-Con, you guys, you're gonna fucking roll over laughing. Like that one shot they have of him like chasing the Ravager down the fucking stairwell. There is the whole sequence. I have not laughed that hard in forever at a movie, and they were showing it at Comic-Con. I don't know that it's going to be cut the same because a lot of the stuff they show at Comic-Con they recut and what have you.
Yeah.
But this sequence of basically of Yondu and Groot and Rocket killing all the Ravagers, right? They're the Ravagers. Like they fucking get captured and then just rolling through them. Sounds terrible, but it's hilarious, and I am totally looking forward to that movie.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
That's my movie of the year right now. Over Star Wars Episode 8, The Last Jedi. So I'm more excited about Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 than I am about Star Wars.
The font is in red.
I'm not at all.
What does it mean? What does it mean?
Evil, Steve.
What do you mean it's going to be like fucking Empire Strikes Back?
Right. What it means, Steve, is that Rey is going to find her mother, and then her mother is going to be like, "No, that's not true. It's going to be Kylo Ren. It's his mom who went through a transition."
And some fuckers getting their hand cut off.
Yes, definitely. Since we can only remake either A New Hope or Empire Strikes Back at this point. No, but I mean, I'm excited about it. We got the name for that movie just today, like literally this morning. What do you guys think?
Man, I got nothing. I got no speculation on it, honestly.
I think it's.
I really
it's
don't,
Empire,
man. You know what? Like,
he's going to train Rey.
Like, listen, I'm excited about Star Wars, but I'm also feeling maybe a tad saturated.
Star Wars fatigue.
A little bit. Like, we just had a movie. We just had Rogue One. And it seems like just a couple months ago we had The Force Awakens.
Yeah, right.
Plus being a member of the club that I'm a member of, the 501st, I get Star Wars daily.
Is that like a magazine or something?
Oh, let me dude, there's one point I had to, on like my social media sites, I had to start just taking off some of these sites because it was just the same news 6 and 7, 8 and 12 times a day, So I was just like, let's narrow this down a little bit.
Let me put it to you this way. If they kill Luke the movie after they killed Han Solo, I'm out. I know that sounds crazy, but my excitement for Episode 9, knowing full well that
you were like one of these people who just can't accept death, man.
It's not that, dude. It's like, why bring them back if you're just gonna fucking spend every movie killing one of them off? Like, that's my issue. It's like, you're not gonna kill Chewbacca because that's a dude in a suit that can go on forever. But Mark Hamill's not Carrie Fisher. He didn't do a lot of coke. He looks good for a dude that's like, 63 or whatever he is. He's not Harrison Ford where he's going to mumble his way through the performance. Like, I think you've got an opportunity to like keep him on, and I'll be totally fucking heartbroken if they kill him off in this movie.
I don't know that I can't imagine they would, especially now, because it sounded like Leia was the one who was going to have a big part of the last one.
Wow, it sounded like she was going to be the one that finished Kylo Ren off.
Right.
So, yeah.
I think now that they know that that's not going to happen, I think that might transfer to Luke.
Possibly.
And then we're going to find out that, there was that dynamic between Luke and Kylo Ren.
Are they going to figure out why all of a sudden, Luke's hand technology kind of went backwards?
I think the shit came off because he's...
Oh, you mean why it like went to metal again?
Yeah, you looked like a ham before. Now they want to go...
Dude, you masturbate too much. Friction rubs off all the fake skin.
Right, I mean, dude, as a Jedi, you're like, fuck, dude, I can't get laid. So I'm going to jerk off a little bit,
It's detachable.
I'm on this island.
Anal probe on the
I'm
other
on this
end.
island that's 75 feet by 75 fucking feet. I don't even have a hut. I just sit in my robe while it's fucking raining on me, just jerking off in exile.
Episode 9.
I didn't.
At least Yoda had a hut.
I don't want.
Fuck.
It's like, that's the one thing that no one has ever talked about before this moment, which is essentially like Luke lived on the tiniest little island, and it's like, what was he eating? Did he just have an endless supply of those little fucking Heath or fucking Cliff Bars or whatever from Empire Strikes Back? Like,
his fucking breadsticks that Yoda was trying to fucking snack on Dagobah and shit.
Like,
those things that last forever.
And is he just like, I don't believe in a house
that's
anymore?
my dinner.
Or,
And how there's got to be a ship somewhere.
no, dude, he fucking
swam?
walked there.
Fucking use Jedi powers.
And he flew.
He's all
Sure. Yeah.
He jumped
Listen,
really far.
If Magneto can do it, all right, then fucking Luke can use the Force.
But you look, man, I'm excited about Star Wars, but I'm with Steve. Like, we've never had 2 Star Wars movies come out in 2 years, and now a third one in 3 years. And at a certain point, like, they're like, oh, these Star Wars movies can go on forever, but at a certain point, we're gonna need a break. Like,
well, I mean, look, they're already, they've cast the Han Solo spin-off standalone movie,
which is
whatever.
2 years from now, and you're like, oh, geez.
So yeah, I mean, and we've talked, obviously we've talked about it before. They've had this big plan, and I'm just kind of feeling the effects of this big plan, and I'm just kind of like, meh, I'll go see it. Obviously, I'll go see it.
Right.
And I'll go see it the weekend that it's open. But am I just like chomping at the bit for it? I'm just not, man. I'm just not right now.
It's not as white hot as it was when Episode 7 came out.
Now Celebration, Star Wars Celebration is going to be in Orlando in
Are you going?
about a month. No, I'm no.
How come?
Because
the man-made monster stuff.
The man-made monster stuff, man.
And it's Florida, and you don't want to die from a fucking alligator crocodile bite.
Dude, those things are fucking for real, man.
Right?
Who put these goddamn alligators on my motherfucking plane?
Dude, I thought Lake Placid was just a movie.
But we do
holy
have
shit.
We do have a few friends who are going out to that out there.
Look, having been at Star Wars Celebration literally less than a year ago, I don't know that I need to go again in a year's time. There's not that much that's going to be there that's going to blow me away. What are you going to show me? You know, it's that point where it's too much of a good thing, right? It's just you're at that point.
I know the excitement of being somewhere and being in the moment, which is awesome and it's irreplaceable. But sometimes it's not even possible to get to that. And these days, because of our interweb, I'm like, well, I could just go ahead and see your trailer.
Yeah.
In the next 5 minutes after you've put it up, I'm going to see this, and I have to go.
Especially when I can watch
all
the
have
celebration stuff online.
$750 fucking dollars round trip to go to Orlando, and
it's not cheap.
And then when you go there and you're on the convention floor, like you see those things, but the entire floor is nothing but Star Wars. Well, let me tell you, dude. This booth that's selling Millennium Falcon from 1983.
The Kenner, yeah.
Right. And that booth over there that's selling one from... It's the same crap, booth after booth after booth. Yeah. You'll have a few that might stand out, but for the most part, it's the same...
And don't get me wrong,
vendor bullshit.
Had a blast last year at Star Wars Celebration.
Yeah, but it was also down the street for us. So,
exactly. It was within driving or basically within driving distance. So,
yeah.
Okay, so Star Wars Episode 8, where's your excitement level on that from Phantom Menace to John Wick? Where are you falling on that one?
No, you go first.
Oh, boy, me? I'm kind of feeling... The Hobbit Part 2 on this. I just, it's cool.
I like that. Steve stole mine because that's actually what I was going to go for. But weirdly, I'm kind of in a. I'll put it at Return of the King, only because for me it's like. That also is a personal, it's subjective. But after Two Towers, I was not as excited for Return of the King.
Okay.
Because the story was like disjointed in the movie theaters, So, but yeah, Return of the King.
Well, you'd also already watched 16 hours of movie prior to watching
how much more fucking walking could there be?
Another 16 hours of movie coming up. So.
Go ahead, Chris. What do you got?
Dude, I am sucking at this game because I'm drawing a blank on all these, and you guys keep pulling Lord of the Rings, and I'm like, I don't connect to the Lord of the Rings on that level where I rank them so much.
Okay.
So
that's just what we're pulling.
So go with what like Harry Met Sally.
I'm not quite Love Actually, but I'm actually pretty stoked for that. I'm not quite John Wick, but maybe Constantine.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
Right.
Like Constantine, like that trailer looked great when your excitement level. I like that. All right, cool. This is a fun game. I'm enjoying this one. All right, let's try Kong Skull Island.
You know what? I am actually pretty excited about this.
It doesn't look bad, right?
Star Wars Christmas special somewhere in there.
No,
your scale can be whatever you want it to be. Right?
You know what? And normally I'm a pretty big hater of remakes, obviously, and big CGI. But I loved Peter Jackson's Kong.
The Loneliest Monkey. It was a fucking great movie.
Right,
about a sad lonely monkey.
But I love the island. I love the fucking skulls and the cliffs and these fucking crazy.
Just a movie about that.
Yeah, if they stay on the fucking island and just bomb the shit out of like big monsters, and the big monsters fucking eat the fuck out of them, like I am so just in. You take this shit to New York again,
and I'm out.
Nah, I'm gonna probably go take a shit.
I feel like I want to go to a pitch meeting with Steve at some point.
Yeah,
where he's like, "All right, this is what we're gonna do. Fucking monsters. We're gonna go to the island. Fucking monsters gonna eat other monsters, and then
it was the best part of like Pacific Rim.
Yeah,
it was all I wanted to see. I just wanted to see fucking monsters fighting fucking robots. And just tearing each other apart.
You got a lot of that in that movie, though.
Man.
Yes,
And I had the fucking meanest heart on the whole movie.
I just remember because we weren't sitting with them, but it was like because you were like right behind me, but Eric was down there with his kid in the front row, and his son literally standing up during the movie and going, "This movie is awesome!
The greatest thing I've ever seen in my life."
It's like a 9-year-old kid being like, "Oh my god!" And it was like right after the fucking he like took his sword and cut the one in half coming down from space.
That shit was so cool, man, and that goddamn fucking blue fluorescent blood shit going all over the place. Oh,
And then Ron
dude.
Perlman showed up, and you're like, this movie could not be any better.
Right? Holy shit.
With an Asian name, Ron Perlman showed up. You're like, weren't you Hannibal Kong or something like that? Or
He's the underworld king of fucking like
in Hong Kong,
yeah,
no less.
it's awesome. It just made sense. I was like, this is totally believable.
I buy into this 1,000%. All right, so we're Chris, Kong, Skull Island.
Didn't I already say?
No, you didn't say anything.
Oh, Assassin's Creed.
Oh, so not excited at all.
Not really.
Oh,
no,
okay.
You know what?
I did say the Star Wars Christmas special.
Okay, I'll take that one.
Man.
I'm almost as excited for that one as I am for Planet of the Apes.
Oh, now I'm kind of these Planet of the Apes movies are pretty good.
Yeah, they have actually been pretty. I've never seen them in the theater. I always see them after
Right.
the fact.
I've seen both
and
of
I go,
them.
you know what? This is fucking pretty good,
Right?
dude.
Dude, Harambe can suck a bowl of dicks. Dude. That's all I can talk about.
By the way, how they missed out on Planet of the Apes, Harambe's Revenge as the
Holy
fucking
shit, dude.
like
Dicks out.
right.
Okay?
So look, for me, Planet of the Apes, I'm actually more excited about Planet of the Apes at this point
Talking about terrible
than I am about
CGI.
Star Wars. Like, I know that sounds
Those
crazy.
apes
Wow.
look terrible.
Dude, my Star Wars love is still at like 1,000, but it's like you said, it's like saturation at this point. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not wanting for more.
You know what?
I'm just being given more.
It's like I almost want to like let's talk. Let's see where we're at in September.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because
Well,
as of right now, I'm kind of like, nah, but maybe by
You
September.
just saw Rogue One.
That's
though.
the other thing. That
but
thirst
you know
has
what?
been,
and,
you
and
know.
also like after like Celebration, we're gonna start seeing the costumes and the characters and all of that. It's gonna be.
You know what?
You know
Get
what
you
I think
excited
it
again?
is?
If Luke lights a lightsaber on screen, that will get like
That's
that.
it. That's all
Like
you
that
need to see.
moment, it's all snap, hiss, pan up, Luke
Or
Skywalker.
just-
I'm in.
You know what'd be rad? Just like fucking, and a red one goes, and then
And a
fucking
blue one?
a blue one goes.
Yeah.
Dude, and just in this darkness. Oh, that'd be fucking cool.
That'd be
you know?
dope.
So.
And it'd be great if Boba Fett showed up randomly.
Oh, okay. Now I'm in.
In my Ultimate Episode 8 trailer, it's Luke Skywalker lighting his lightsaber with Boba Fett on one side, and then fucking like Kylo Ren in the center, and then Darth Maul on the other side. And it's like all of a
With
sudden
Band-Aids across his stomach or what?
he's fucking alive in the.
Oh, okay.
We've already established
I'm
this
kidding,
multiple times.
dude. I'm kidding.
Jesus Christ.
Can't get enough Boba Fett.
And it's just a fight between all four of them, and like
Cage
the
match.
best badass win.
right.
And it's probably going to be Kylo Ren and his luscious hair.
Back
So-
on the Star Wars thing, I did hear that they are not going to be CGIing Carrie Fisher
No.
Yeah, they had mentioned that.
after
That
she's
well,
passed away now.
I mean, then you
so-
got to open up Episode 9 with essentially like Carrie Fisher's died.
But
you know?
they did film some stuff already.
oh,
with her,
she's got a
didn't they?
big role apparently in this
8.
one. It was supposed to have a huge role in 9,
Oh, okay.
and then
Right.
it's like, well, they can't do that now.
Right.
but,
They
you know,
should have learned from the motherfucking Lord of the Rings.
film it all together.
All at once. Do it.
well, they can't do that because they're fucking
They-
making it up on the fly.
They,
I
they
know,
sure had
that's the
to.
problem.
Well, they fucking had to with like Christopher Lee. You know, I mean, let's be honest. When he did with the Hobbit movies, dude, he was pretty long in the fucking tooth by that
Right.
point. I mean,
Wait,
you
he
think
died,
he's-
right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
because he was in The Hobbit. And then,
He died. He died right before it was really the thing to talk about it on Facebook.
Right.
Is it still a thing? I don't.
Well, last year, if you were a fucking sound production person who died, apparently the world flipped upside down. Oh my God, this is the year that they're taking celebrities in every manner.
Dude,
Well,
you
there-
gotta admit.
there was a
it
lot.
Actually, you know
uncommon.
what? There were more in 2006.
Were there really?
Okay, so yeah.
Who died in 2006?
Fucking got me, man. I don't give a fuck about these people.
that's-
I mean, really.
Well, you got to help me out. You
You
just
know?
can't throw out alternative
Yeah,
facts and have
seriously.
them not be true.
No, somebody went ahead and they tallied them all up or something over the years. I think it was like 2006. It had actually
I don't think
more.
it's the number. I think it's the
So-
impact on the generation. That
There was
we're
a lot of
talking
young,
about.
like fucking dudes
Well,
that did a lot of coke last year. That
listen,
died early.
Right.
listen,
And-
everybody.
and prescription drugs and stuff.
Hold on to your fucking
it's
to your
not 68
sensitivities
or
because there's
anything,
some
or
fucking
70.
people out there pretty goddamn ready to go, dude.
Well, of course.
Stan Lee,
I mean, no one would be
Shatner.
surprised at
I
any
mean,
of those.
come on.
How about fucking
Dude, come on,
Spartacus
they were-
himself? That dude just turned 100. Like,
Right.
come on. Spartacus, Kirk Douglas,
Oh, yeah,
just turned
right.
100 years
Yeah.
old. Like,
Yeah.
you're like, you are
Yeah.
old as. Like,
Well, what was Prince, like
fuck, man.
58?
He was not.
Yeah,
old.
but like, look at like fucking George Michael dies. Hey, listen, let's be fucking really real here. George Michael hasn't done anything fucking relevant in over 20
I have
fucking years.
no idea what he's
You know
doing.
what I'm
Steve, you
saying?
gotta have faith, man. I
I want your sex. Okay? So, but
don't. Do
everybody's
you think at
you know,
death he was all freedom?
everybody's like flipping upside down, like, holy shit, this is the greatest. You
I
know.
think that was just
But
the last
all
one
of
of,
these
you know,
celebrities,
a lot
you
of
know,
them.
like, I was just like, listen, man, they're gonna go.
Well, of course.
You know, like,
I'm with you. I think it's okay to be sad, though, you know, when somebody you liked 20 years ago died, you know? It's
You
like when the
know,
cast of Goonies finally
I'm gonna
goes.
be
I'm
honest,
going to be really
man.
heartbroken.
When Carrie Fisher passed away, I'm gonna be real honest. And this is gonna upset a lot of fucking Star Wars fans out there. I wasn't upset. I was more upset about Leonard Nimoy passing away than Carrie Fisher.
Well, don't you feel
Why?
like-
Because honestly, like, I saw Carrie Fisher in like 3 movies. Well, technically 4. Okay.
She was in Blues Brothers
All right.
as well.
Blues
Drop,
Brothers.
Drop Dead Fred. You
That's
know,
5,
I mean,
dude.
dude,
Working
but
your way
like
up.
Jay
Leonard
and Silent
Nimoy-
Bob Strike
Yeah,
Back.
yeah.
She was a
small,
nun, dude.
yeah, small little tiny roles. But like, so for
Postcards
me,
from the
somebody
Edge,
like
come
Leonard Nimoy was in like every episode of the first, original Star Trek. They've played that show every goddamn night for 40 fucking years, and it was more of an impact to me. But even still,
Right.
I didn't like, listen, man, I don't need to take any fucking time off of work. I know some people who have, these celebrities have died
You're
last
kidding.
year. I'm not fucking kidding, dude. These people have had like, I got to take today off of work. Alan fucking Rickman just passed away. Are you fucking for real, man? How goddamn old are you, dude?
Were you personal friends with Alan Rickman? Or
Any of these fucking people, dude? Like, you don't know.
This is not a new phenomenon.
Oh,
This is-
dude,
this
you know
is-
what?
This,
I
this
think
is all. You see this a lot with like the Kardashians and.
Oh,
you know,
I can't wait
it's
for them
this-
to die.
These
It's gonna be so great.
pseudo-social relationships.
I think people need to do more with their time then.
Well, yeah, but on the on the other side of that, I didn't like miss work or anything. But I'll tell you what, I listened to Prince for like a month. That's all I listened to
Yeah.
when he died. For me, that was a huge loss.
Chris sitting in the fucking
Well,
backseat of his.
hey, listen, I've had 2, like when Joey Ramone died,
Right.
and when Joe Strummer died.
Right.
You know,
Well, you didn't like it when Lemmy died either. You were a little-
No, but he
Oh,
wasn't like heartbroken.
like I put
or
up like
anything.
a fucking picture of him with a hooker, and he was doing a line of crank.
and that's
Because
not
that's
much
the way
of a
he
surprise.
fucking lived his fucking life, dude. That motherfucker did tweak until the fucking day before he died, man.
Wow.
Yeah, every fucking day since like the 70s. That
Are you
guy's
serious?
God.
a major fucking goddamn meth user, dude.
Did not know that. I knew he fucking
Meth,
partied, but
meth and fucking Jack Daniels, man. You sit down at the Rainbow playing that goddamn poker game all fucking day long. You know? So,
I guess if you got the money.
shit, yeah, I would too, you know?
But
But did I lose my shit over any of the others?
I mean,
No.
okay, say the 3 of us
You
did
know?
not, but I know some people who definitely who lost their shit over some of
Right.
these
well,
people
some of your
passing
Star Wars
away.
Club folks, I'm sure, with Carrie Fisher specifically.
They're strange fucking people, man. It's weird.
Well, I just
I was more bummed when she died, thinking of the movie that she wasn't going to be in. It's like
You selfish bastard.
I totally understand that, but I was like, holy shit! And this is for me the same thing as Prince. It's like I know there's more that they were going to give the world. She was going to do that other movie, and she didn't get a chance. Prince has vaults full of records, and he was in top form when he died. Like
Yeah.
his last couple records were dope as fuck.
I'm gonna feel the same way when Smash Mouth goes. I'm just like,
You know what's
what?
funny is I got offered tickets to Smash Mouth not too long
And
ago.
You
you're
know
all,
what?
I'm good.
I'm good.
Like, listen,
Hard
dude,
pass.
when fucking the dude from Smash Mouth dies, all of a sudden the fucking guy from Insane Clown Posse and that fucking guy for Eoria, is that the cook guy?
Yeah.
All 3 of them are just going to disappear.
Because they're all the
Right.
same
They're all
guy.
the same fucking guy, dude.
Hey, now you're a rock star. You're a chef now. You're
You're icy. You're a fucking clown now. Holy shit.
I don't know.
Oh, the fucking diners, drive-ins, and You're all, weren't you in Smash Mouth? He's like, no, I'm pretty sure you were, man. Say All-Star for me. Just say it.
Dude, I love that song in Shrek.
All right. Let's do. What? Hold on for what? What do you want?
Just hold on, dude.
For one more day?
Yeah, one more.
All right.
One day more.
All right. So I'm gonna shotgun some of these, and you could just give me your excitement level from Phantom Menace to John Wick.
Come up with a bunch of movies now.
Let's talk John Wick 2. How excited are you for John Wick 2?
John Wick.
Yeah,
absolutely,
dude. I'm so stoked for that movie.
You know.
Although it feels like there's more dialogue in it, which is not a good thing.
You know what, dude?
You know what
I was
it looks
excited as soon as I saw him training for it. I was like, this is going to be
Don't
badass.
say Taken.
No, it looks
okay.
a lot like this awesome movie I saw called John Wick.
Well, I could watch another 2 hours of that.
Yeah,
that was
and that's
dope.
pretty much what you're getting. I'm about shoot 'em up excited for that one.
All right.
Which I enjoyed the hell out of, but come on, I'm not expecting much.
Alien Isolation.
Is it called Isolation?
I think it's Covenant. Alien Covenant. There we go. Isolation's the video game. Sorry.
Okay.
Alien Covenant.
Aliens 2.
Oh, like the.
That's how excited I am.
Wow, you think it looks that good, huh?
Yeah.
I think it looks
Really?
pretty
I
cool.
love alien movies, man.
Yeah, okay.
I mean,
I think
other
it looks
than the Alien vs.
Underworld good.
Predator movies.
I'm about Alien Resurrection excited for it. Like
Okay.
it's like I'm not like Aliens Predator excited for it, but I'm definitely I hold trepidation. So
Do you know what I can't stop watching?
What?
Predators.
Oh, that movie's dope, dude.
Every time it's on, I fucking watch it. Shit,
That
dude.
that movie's fucking underappreciated. How good
Fucking
it is,
Adrian
dude.
Brody. Fuck yeah, dude.
It's all right.
No, you need to.
I just watched it recently. It's okay.
I love it.
No, it's actually a fucking cool movie, dude.
Yeah.
Go back and rewatch it.
It's not as bad as Alien v Predator.
It's not Predator too bad.
It's
Which
not
is
nothing's Predator too bad.
like
that
Danny,
shit is unwatchable.
Every time I watch that, I'm all. At what point was anyone going to believe that one, this was L.A.
right.
Two, that these cops are fucking all bumbling idiots in this movie. And all of the streets are controlled by the fucking people.
You know what though? When that shit came out, that was what people were thinking was happening.
That is
the gangs in LA.
That is fucking
They're
middle suburbia white people fear right there.
This is the fucking road that we're on to.
Right.
They're like, Martha, this is exactly what I've been telling you
It
about.
would have been awesome. It would have been awesome if it happened though.
Well, it would have been something to look forward to.
You got fucking Rasta fucking voodoo gangs,
Right.
King Willie and shit. That's fucking cool as fuck, man.
Do you ever watch these movies where the gangs are this prolific and you're like, how is there any commerce in this city at all? No one would ever leave their house if it I fucking love oh God, why can't I think of the movie's name? The New York one with all the gangs and it's Warriors. That movie is unbelievably cool. But in my mind, I'm like, at no point ever would this work because the cops would be like, yeah, grab the one in the baseball uniform and then grab this guy over here. Yeah, the one that's jacket says Warriors on it.
You've never actually seen fucking what gang members back then looked like then, did you?
In the 70s, did they look like
they
that?
weren't looking like fuck. They looked more like the Warriors.
Did they look like Clockwork Orange?
They didn't.
Because
that's what they thought that's what it was going to, but no, they actually I've seen pictures of gangs of Chicago and New York. And they look like not the fucking baseball fury,
but they look like the Warriors.
Yeah,
with their leather fucking cut off sleeves.
Absolutely, dude.
All right,
that was no
enough.
shit, man. If you saw the streets, then it was completely fucking believable, man.
I just don't. I to that level though. Come on,
you're into history,
yeah,
right? You've seen fucking what Times Square used to look like.
It was a fucking dirt hole.
It was a total shithole.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
Man.
All right.
Everybody has this romantic idea of CBGBs.
No, it's a dirt hole.
Oh, it was absolutely disgusting. I never, unfortunately, got to see it, but I have, all of the bands who I've loved growing up played there, and I've seen pictures and books and etc. of the neighborhood, and the Warriors could absolutely exist in that neighborhood.
All right, fair enough. Let's keep going. So, Thor Ragnarok.
Oh man, you know what? This one's low for me. I'm not a big fan of the Thor movies, so I'm kind of down there.
Incredible Hulk.
Oh, so you're really excited for it?
Oh,
who's also in the film, by the way. So that should be good.
No,
Wonder Woman.
No, you glossed over that. That's wait, which was the one with Eric Bana?
No, that was just the Hulk.
Okay, the Hulk then.
Okay, that's fair enough. When he looked like Shrek.
Dude, Incredible Hulk was a piece of shit too. Come on, let's be real.
The one with Edward Norton was dope.
It was terrible.
It was fucking
It
Marvel's,
was
Marvel's superhero version of Jason Bourne is exactly what it was.
It's so dumb.
It was so much so that they like stole scenes from the Bourne movies.
That first one was absolutely terrible. Remember the dogs got hulked out?
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Fucking stupid.
It was not good. It was not bad, but it was not good.
They were both bad. They almost killed the
I'm
franchise.
actually more excited for Thor than I am for Justice League, which is our next one, Justice League.
Oh no, I'm down for that. I'm like Captain America, Civil War.
Nah, I'm off these DC movies until they fucking make a good one.
Man, I watched this fucking thing the other day with oh crap, what's his name? I'm having
Momoa.
Yeah.
How did I know what you were
Jason
talking
Momoa.
about?
You see that fucking video? I was like,
no,
this
but I saw him dressed as Aquaman in the orange
I was
suit
like,
and the yellow
I was
hair.
like, this motherfucker is gonna make me like Aquaman.
Right?
Oh my god, right?
Fucker, dude, this guy is
Khal Drogo.
fucking cool, man.
Yeah.
You're like this. Watching this fucking video, dude, this guy's fucking skating fucking pools and shit and throwing tomahawks and fucking running crazy with his kids and building a fucking rock wall. And I'm like, this is the coolest fucking dad in the world. And now I have to fucking see Aquaman because of this. Fuck.
Yeah, man, but I mean, Aquaman doesn't come out this year. We get Justice League instead.
I'll go see it. Am I too terribly excited about it? I'm lukewarm.
I think Suicide Squad for me just fuck, that movie was such a disappointment at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But like,
I didn't expect much from it, dude.
From Suicide Squad?
Yeah, you remember back when I talked about how stupid the trailer was with Bohemian Rhapsody as the sound bed and how it just, I was like, the movie was
Yeah, the movie, to me, the only thing that was quality about the movie was it still goes back to
Harley Quinn.
Yeah, Margot
Robbie.
The actors were
Harley
totally
Quinn.
on point. Even as far as Jared Leto was on point for what he was doing.
Right.
But the story was like,
it was dog.
you
Yeah,
talk about
it was a
forgettable
really
bad
bad-
guys like
it was
the
a really-
Enchantress.
oh, yeah.
Oh my god.
It was a really bad story.
The Rave Queen or what?
So, boop-a-boop-a-boop-boop.
But even like, even like the bad guys, those
The Chitauri?
muckmen, whatever the fuck they were
Chitauri.
totally
Everything's a
terrible.
Chitauri.
Everything is. So much so that when I was rewatching Guardians of the Galaxy, I'm like, why aren't the bad guys just the Chitauri in this?
Yeah, why couldn't they
why
just
did
be
we
the
need
same?
another faceless set of
The Necro.
Yeah, like,
Necromons.
why
Yeah.
couldn't it just like
Not very good.
yeah, the Kree and it's like you've got the Kree to use as your
Yeah.
bad guys and you said you use Chitauri 2.0, which is like the same fucking thing,
Yeah,
you know.
just disposable
Right.
henchmen, and
Yeah.
and there's nothing memorable about them.
Ooh, here's one I know Steve's going to love. Transformers: The Last Night.
Oh, Jesus.
You know what, man? I keep waiting and waiting for them to just have Transformer on Transformer action.
You got to admit the
Wait.
third
What is that
What
going to
is
be again?
that? The third one was actually pretty cool. The one where they fucking blow up Chicago.
Marky Mark?
Oh, and they were disintegrating humans and
Yeah,
shit like,
like that one
It
was
kind of
dope.
cool.
I didn't even
yeah.
see it.
Oh, it was so good. Dark of the Moon was my favorite of the bunch.
Like the worst part of it, really, though, is when they said we're gonna send all these guys in these flying squirrel suits, and they're just getting fucking like just taken apart. But SEAL Team 6, they get to go through the fucking sewers. It's like, why couldn't we just follow SEAL Team 6?
Right.
Like, why did we have? Who got the fucking squirrel suits out? Whose fucking idea was this? That was not cool. And okay, there was a lot of parts of that movie that really sucked. Like, we've seen fucking skyscrapers come down.
yes.
So yeah, when the fucking big mechanical fucking the one with all the dildos coming out of it is fucking tearing the buildings apart, and they're like sliding down the walls and shit.
But
And you're
come
like,
on. That movie was still cool, though. There was more Transformer
I'll
on
have to take
Transformer
your
action.
word.
there
for
was.
that.
I did like the all the Decepticons and shit.
It was a
pretty
movie
cool, man.
about Transformers as opposed to
Yeah.
like guest starring Shia LaBeouf, as opposed to Shia LaBeouf being like in
Now, was
college.
Shia in that?
Yeah, in the third one.
Yeah,
The last one was terrible. Like,
The last one was
The
Marky
Marky Mark
was
one,
so
I haven't
bad.
even seen that one,
Oh,
man.
and he's back for the next one, right?
Look, here's the thing. Like,
If
this
you bring back
last one,
Shia, I'm in.
he's not bringing back Shia. That's not happening.
Then otherwise, I'm not in.
That dude is done.
He's fucking. That guy's
he's off the
fucking out there,
reservation.
dude. He is, man. He's
fun out.
like right when I
love
think
him.
that like maybe he's fucking they reeled him in.
No.
fucking right back out there again, dude.
Well, him and Jaden Smith should star in a
No,
fucking
no,
buddy
no.
cop comedy of some sort.
Two different things, dude.
They're both spun out either way. That's the fucking result of too much money and too much time. That's what that is.
Yeah.
You talking about Will Smith's kid?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know he's all fucked up. Is he fucked up?
He's definitely a delicate flower. I will say that.
Oh, he's nutty, dude.
He's a little goofy.
I haven't kept up on that one.
Moving on, I got a couple more here. Kingsman, the sequel to Kingsman 2.
This is low for me.
Oh, dude, the first one was so
First
good.
one.
What?
Do it. Oh yeah, that's his best performance ever.
All right. The Dark Tower is coming out in June.
I don't know what the hell that is.
Oh, you guys, crickets. That's too bad.
You know what? I feel terrible. I have never read these books.
So
I've
good.
had a few very close friends just love them to death, and I just I haven't found a lot of time to read in like the last 19 years. So I just kind of missed the boat on this one.
Do you?
I know that they cast what was his name? He was in
Idris Elba,
huh?
And Matthew McConaughey are in it.
Oh well, fuck! I gotta see it.
All right.
Let me
I
ask you a
got it
question.
right.
Have you? Do you listen to stuff like book on tape at all?
Not really. No.
If I gave you a book on tape, would you listen to it?
Is it actually on tape?
No, it would be like
It's
a
like CD
audio CD copy. I could put
A CD?
a digital copy for you, sir.
What the fuck is a CD?
It's a compact dick.
Holy fuck, man! This thing still exists.
Yeah, so what they call people with small penises. No, but if I give you the Dark Tower, it's short. The first one you could listen to it in like 9 hours. So they get
9 hours. Holy shit.
You know what though? Honestly, that's at work.
Hey,
I could blow through
if
that.
you like
in a day or
audiobooks, I
two.
used to read all my books for my students.
Did you
Oh,
really?
shit,
Oh, yeah.
dude.
What?
Either I read it once here or I read it 6 times a day in school.
So you
Makes
would
sense.
record yourself
I
reading
record
it once.
myself
I
and
had-
play that shit over and over and
I had
over.
a fucking.
I
had a
lose
teacher
my
in the-
voice.
in the 8th grade. An English teacher fucking do that crap
Hell
with
yeah.
the tests on Friday. She just record it in the first period and just replay the fucking thing.
Fucking
it
is smart.
It was great because she was a crazy teacher too. There was one where she's like screaming at this
Right.
fucking student
Right.
on the fucking tape.
I
It
do
was
I do
great,
like
dude.
voices and shit. Oh, it's dope.
oh,
I drew the
shit.
line at Bless Me Ultima because I wasn't doing all the Spanish and
I don't know. I
that
might
shit.
check it out. You know,
I'm like, no.
We'll see. You know,
I think here's the thing: the guy that reads the book is fucking phenomenal, and it is the best book on tape you'll ever come across. So don't ever try to read any or do any other book on tapes, like especially like. What's it? Stephen Merchant reads The Hobbit, which was like, if you thought an hour of them eating in the fucking movies was bad, when I was like, I'm gonna listen to The Hobbit, and I was 2.5 hours in, and these motherfuckers were still at dinner. Like, I'm like, nah, I can't do this. I just can't.
Well, that's another reason why I did it because you buy Ray Bradbury reading Fahrenheit 451. It's like he wrote it. He should know how it goes.
yeah.
Every time the writer does it, they're fucking terrible
Because
they are so boring.
I have friends that they read for Audible,
Right.
and they are like professionals. It's
I'd
what
love
they
to do that, dude.
Wow, you gotta have the right voice.
I've got
the right voice.
I've got fucking Edgar Allan Poe done by Vincent
Oh
Price.
yeah, and
that's fun.
and
Basil
Nigel Rathbone.
Yeah, yeah.
I've heard that.
I've got
That's
those.
fun.
I used to play those all the time.
Yeah, I'll hook you up, dude. But in a totally legal way. But I will hook you up, and you will enjoy the Dark Tower. You might even go as far as to be fucking excited about it. Horror western steampunk is the only way I could describe it.
Like I said, I've had friends just say great things about it.
I'm just afraid they're gonna mess it up. That's all.
yeah.
Did you get caught up on Westworld?
No.
What are you
Okay.
doing?
Hey, listen, man, I've seen the episode where Sheldon is going to finally have sex with Amy Farrah Fowler like 4 times, and I'm trying to go for 6.
I am behind.
Oh, all
I'm
right.
behind on my fucking my nerd show.
It is the fucking
Big Bang.
show.
Big
It's
Bang?
like, listen, I let my wild ass children watch the craziest crap, obviously.
Right.
So at the end of the day, evening, to tone their ass down,
You put on Big Bang?
I put on, as they call Bang Bang Theory. And they go, oh, and they even go, oh God, I don't want to watch this.
Do they really?
Absolutely, they fucking hate it, and they just
Really?
finally they lay
Well, they don't get it. I'm
Yeah.
sure.
That's what I put on when I'm reading. I put on either Big Bang or Parks and Rec after Elena goes to bed.
Uh-huh.
And she goes, you have fucking watched these episodes
Yeah.
more times than I can count. Because I redid Seinfeld like for a year.
right.
At some point, I'm going to come back around to Community. I haven't done that in a while,
So-
but yeah.
Well, they're on
you know,
every damn
I've
night.
I've missed a lot of shows. Like even Series of Unfortunate Events
I
has
haven't
come
started
out
that
on
yet.
Netflix.
I haven't either. I never finished Luke Cage.
We were fans of the movie. My daughter growing up was a fan of all the books. We were excited about it. I still haven't watched it.
I've heard good things about this show, the OA, as well on Netflix, but I don't know what it's about.
Dude, there are so many fucking shows coming out on Netflix now. Like I can't even keep up with it. You know,
but that's their goal because they're like, look, their goal is not to have you sit and watch everything right away.
Yeah,
their goal is like, we've got enough content that you will never get caught up because you'll always be watching our stuff.
Right.
And because think about it, once everyone's like, oh, TV shows are so expensive to produce. Well, yeah, if you intend to produce them, show them once on air, and then have them disappear into the ether, and then sure. But Netflix, they're like, no, we're just going to keep producing shit, and you're going to come back because it's going to all be so good. Like, Stranger Things will be so good, and Daredevil will be so good that you'll be willing to watch Narcos and fucking other shit.
What was the show that just started on FX with
Tom Hardy?
Tom Hardy in it.
I don't know.
That looked like it was going to be.
Is it out already?
Yeah, it just started, but it's like we missed the first episode because it comes on at 10 o'clock, and that's just way late for us.
Yeah.
And I go to the VOD to see it. It's not even on there.
It'll come up at some point.
But they do this even with fucking like American Horror Story,
Yeah.
because they want you to fucking like
to
watch
buy
it live or buy it later.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck that. And then I don't get into the series because of that.
Well,
now, Netflix, I can go on there, whole season, bam.
I'll tell you what's good.
Let's watch this in a weekend.
Rob convinced me to watch Black Sails.
Oh, yeah. I've heard great things about that from him,
dude,
too.
I'm halfway through the first season of that show. Like, I've been just on my spare time. It's basically like while I'm running at the gym, I've been watching Black Sails. Fantastic. Like, I don't know how I missed this the first time.
Yeah.
It's sort of like Hell on Wheels. I don't know if you've ever watched that before.
We watched the first few seasons of that.
It's a great show that I've also, it's like, I've discovered I'm doing like an hour of cardio when I go.
Yeah.
As part of my regiment, and I cannot watch any more ESPN or Fox News or CNN or anything else and it's like, depending on the time of day I go, it's like CBS will be on, and it's like the soaps are on, and I love looking at the hot women in those soaps, but I don't want to listen to them, you know?
Right.
But yeah, I just, at a certain point, it's like, I've watched all of this I can watch, you know?
Yeah.
So I've taken to watching shit on my phone while I'm running, you know? So headphones, because I don't want to listen to music. I find that when I listen to music, I can listen to music while I'm lifting things, but not while I'm running, because I'm counting the time while I'm running.
Yeah.
It's weird, because I just want to be done.
Yeah, at that point, I feel you. I feel you.
I started watching Deadwood for the first time.
Oh, so fucking good.
Deadwood's good.
All I know is I haven't finished season 2.
Yeah.
But I got to the point where they're shoving the rod up the guy's dick.
Oh, yeah.
To get to the gallstone or
oh,
the
yeah.
bladder.
Season 2. You're at the very beginning of season 2.
No, I finished all that, and he's recovered. And all.
Yeah.
But, man, that was the hardest 2 episodes of TV I think I've ever watched.
Just so you know.
I knew some older crowd who they got like a free HBO for like a weekend. And I remember it was some family members of on my wife's side, and I remember we were having like a little, maybe it was a holiday thing, and they were giving me the fucking riot act. They were, because I work in cable,
right?
And they found that I was somemew responsible
for Deadwood. It was your fault
because they gave them free HBO for a weekend, which they caught part of an episode of that Deadwood, and they're very used to this old, John Wayne, black hat, white hat bullshit, and now they're seeing some like how the West really was, and the language, and fuck, man, they were just giving me some fucking grief.
This is not what Westerns are about, Steve.
I was like, sorry. Next time I'm sitting around the fucking board meeting, I'll bring this up.
They what was it? Deadwood holds the records for most times the F-bomb is used.
It's
really?
Pretty nonstop.
Because it's like, and they used it at an average of like, it was an insane amount. It was like 32 a minute.
Ooh, I love it.
It's like our podcast.
It is. It's a lot like the podcast.
That's always cracks me up when I get a new listener and they're like, you guys sure do like the word fuck. And I was like, yeah, Steve and I do. Chris every once in a while, but Steve and I certainly do.
Yeah, it's
I can't say it at home anymore because my child will pick up on it.
Right.
Or he comes to me now and he goes, Daddy, that's not a good word.
Yeah, I've been reprimanded by the boys once or twice.
Oh my
my
God.
language.
Okay, so dumb shit. We'll transition. I mean, I had a few more, but we could literally go on forever.
Yeah.
With these. I think the last one was Baywatch.
No.
No.
Jumanji.
No.
The
Wait,
Jumanji.
what?
Yeah,
Really?
there's a Jumanji sequel coming out with The
Jesus.
Rock.
The Rock.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not excited. No.
No.
I didn't like the first one. I never got into it. I
Mm-hmm.
just was like, this is fucking stupid.
All right. Well, I'll give you a dumb shit. So I got a ticket a while back. I don't think I talked about. We haven't podcasted in a while ago.
Do-do-do-do.
Yeah, like on the block over from my street.
Always.
And so this guy pulls me over, and there is nobody within 1,000 feet of me anywhere close by.
Been
It's
there.
Nighttime. I come up to a three-way stop sign, so there could only be somebody coming from one other direction. I roll up, I do a California stop, and I keep going, and he pops me for a stop sign. And of course, I'm like, thanks, guy. Thanks, like
Thanks for keeping my neighborhood safe.
thanks for
from
2
me.
for 2 days before Christmas. You know.
Oh, fuck, man. I've been there, Ron. So fucking.
So I get home and I'm livid, absolutely livid. And she's like, "What's wrong?" I just got a ticket. I'm all, this goddamn thing's
That's
gonna
an
be like
expensive ticket,
$250 before it's all said and done. And I was, and she was like, and it's funny because you don't realize that your 4-year-old how much he's picking up now.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And so like we're going to his tumbling class a couple weeks later, like maybe last week. And we get to a stop sign, or we're going through a light. Sorry, we're going through a light, and the light goes from green to yellow. And as we hit the yellow, he's like, "Daddy," from the backseat, "you cannot run red lights." And I'm sorry. And he's all, "You're going to get a ticket, and then you're going to be mad. And I don't want you to be mad." He goes, "But also you need to drive better."
Whoa.
And I was like, "Well, you could get out and walk to tumbling if you want." And so then he was like, no, I don't, but don't run red lights, Daddy. And then we get to stop signs now. And he goes, "Every stop sign I go through, Dad, did you get a ticket at that stop sign?"
Oh.
"No, buddy, I didn't get a ticket at this one." "Well, why not?" "Well, because there was no policeman around to ruin my day, buddy. That's why." But it's like, I'm my little backseat driver, dude, letting me know every single time now.
Right there at the holidays, the boys got sick, and the wife took him to the doctor, and they gave him this steroid.
Did you
Well, they
borrow
gave
it? when
one.
You're like,
To the steroid. They gave it to Vincent. And he said, well, he's probably going to get a little amped up from this. They gave him like half of what they were prescribed. This kid I was like, take him to the fucking fire department.
it's a safe place, man. All the time.
Drop his ass off, dude. We already have this other one. He's behaving. This one's broken, right? He was being so fucking bad. And I was like, do not give him any more of this, man. Look, he's going fucking crazy. And then this goes a couple days later, really bad day. And he comes up to his mom and he's like, "Mommy, I'm sorry. It was the bad medicine that was making me." And I was like, bullshit. We haven't been giving that to you. You overheard some crap. And yeah, you
all the time,
sly
dude.
little devil.
All the time.
There was that,
right there.
and then there was I'm sitting there watching some TV, and the boys are fucking running up and down the stairs and in their room and playing all over the living room and shit. And I hear the wife go, "Absolutely not." She's upstairs, and she comes stomping downstairs, and right at the end of our stairway is another door outside. She opens the door up and flips this boogie board out the fucking door. Victor was at the top of the fucking stairs, and he was lining up. He was going to ride this bitch all the way down.
Wow, right into the wall, huh?
Right into the wall.
That's the brilliant part of it.
I mean, and the only thing I could think of in my head was, man, that could have been fucking cool.
Yeah.
That could have been rad, but I guess you got to wait
Helmet.
till you're 5.
Well, I'll give you the wrestling update as well. So my son.
That's right. You let yours watch WWF.
We love WWE. So we had to make a house rule that he could only wrestle with me or Elena's dad because he speared his mom.
Yes.
in the bed the other morning.
Goldberg.
Dude, he literally, it was like, Mom, and she like sat up and he's all, "Spear." He he called it and like dove, and she was all, Ronald, and I'm sorry, and I'm like, buddy, you can only spear daddy. Like, that is
Yes.
And then he has decided he loves the high flyers, and I've mentioned him jumping off a ship before. But when we took a vacation over Christmas to the Grand Canyon, and she always keeps him sort of in line, and I'm like, let him be a kid, man. Like let's break some shit now, because he's not gonna want to do it when he gets older, you know.
Right.
So at the hotel we were at, there was twin beds or two queens, and so I was like, go ahead and jump, buddy. Like jump from bed to bed, like have a blast. And he's like, no, Mom. And I'm like, no. So of course, in making that okay, he the other day I was lying on the floor while we were wrestling. He had speared me and I was lying there. He jumps up to our sort of chair and a half chair, jumps from that to the like hassock footstool thing, jumps from that to the couch, and then fully like leaping frog at me while I'm not trying to catch him on my chest. Like I was impressed by his coordination to jump from 3 locations. It was like boom, boom, boom,
Doing a little parkour.
and he yelled from the top, like off the top rope, as he was jumping onto me.
That's awesome.
Now, mind you, we were done at this point, but he just decided he wanted to get one more in. But yeah, and then so we now have you'll get a kick out of this. We have declared a regular house champion. So like whoever wins at the end of the day is the house champion when we're wrestling. So I was the house champion, and then he will attack me randomly during the day, because that's what they do in the WWE. Like they attack each other backstage. So he'll come up and like, Dad, and I'm like, what? He's like, new house champion, and like he'll start.
That's rad.
Yeah, and so and then he got upset because his grandfather was house champion for a day, and so he was like, I was like, I'm almost at the point now where I think I can get him to cut a promo. So
That's great, dude.
but it's great watching the his dad or Elena's dad sort of with the generational, because he's like a classy Freddie Blassie fan, you know, and I'm like Hulk Hogan and Ronald Andrew. He's like AJ Styles, Roman Reigns.
I still call it WWF.
Oh, that's fine. I still do too. But yeah, man. I mean, it's just funny, like watching him be destructive. I think is kind of funny,
right?
Because he's generally pretty good, and it beats the alternative right now, which is Legos. I'm fucking over Legos already.
Oh yeah, my boys got their first
little colorful landmines.
They got their first big boy Legos for Christmas, and I haven't found any because I'm pretty quick on it.
Yeah,
but the wife, man, she finds them every fucking time with her foot, dude.
To me, it's not. It's for us. It's not the fucking Legos around the house. He like constantly is like, I need help.
Yeah.
Dad, and I'm like, you have put those and taken these together apart like dozens of times. You're just being lazy.
Right.
Find the piece on your own. And he's like, Daddy, can you help me put this together?
So is he trying to build the stuff that's on the picture?
Oh, he can completely.
Mine just sort of like me just snap them all together.
No, he does both, but like,
or they build guns.
Yeah, is that what they're doing?
You know
They
that.
build guns. See?
No, he will get the instructions. Like when he gets a new set, like we got him like a bunch of small sets, you know, for Christmas, maybe like 5 of them.
Yeah.
And he got a couple as gifts and what have you. So it was like he had all these new sets, and he will just sit there and like methodically follow the instructions and put the whole damn thing together. But then he tears it all apart. And I'm like, well, it was already together. And he goes, well, I need to build it again. I'm like, Jesus Christ, child.
Right.
So now he's mixed like 7 sets together.
Right.
And God forbid, he's like, I need this piece. And I'm like, well, find it. He's like, I can't. And I'm like, you know what, child? Had enough.
My thing lately has been like, do not point it at their head.
Right.
Stop pointing the gun at the head. That's been my big thing.
Like actually, like their play guns, or
Yeah. No, Ron, real fucking guns.
Well, why would it matter if it's a play gun?
Because
Dude,
you got to start the habit now.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
dude.
You got to
It's
start.
training.
You got to start the habit now.
They're only like 6 months from actually going to the range and firing off some rounds, dude.
Pretty much.
No, you're gonna take your
5.
5-year-old to the range?
5, yeah.
That's insane.
No way.
That's like the woman that
I
was
watched
in,
a 6-year-old look.
That was like the woman that's in her car filming the fucking video about, I take my daughter to the range every day, and the fucking girl pulled the gun out from behind the seat and shot her while she was on video driving.
Right.
And you're like, she's 4. That's what 4-year-olds are like. Oh, it's a gun. It's fun. Like,
Right.
pew, pew.
They don't have a grasp of the permanence of those things at that age.
No,
they
like-
don't get it.
Like the boy is like, he understands the concept of killing, but he doesn't, the permanence holds no meaning for him. So he's like,
Yeah, we've kind of already started having the Phoebe,
goldfish?
the Phoebe and the goldfish talk.
Oh, okay.
About because Victor likes to he likes to stomp things to death.
Oh, nice.
So he's gonna be my hunter.
He's gonna be your
Now
serial killer.
Vincent on the other hand, he's like, oh no.
Well,
you know,
we've been hunting lizards with sticks for a while at my house. So,
yeah.
but it's
Shit.
we don't have pets though, and you have that same problem
have
where
pets,
it's like
yeah.
you don't have pets, so it's like
I have children. That's enough.
Oh
Fuck.
my god, I couldn't even imagine. But like that concept of like, I think you need to lose a pet at a young age to like have that concept of death occur early.
Right.
Or like when your grandparents go for the first time, you know. So
Yeah.
it's like a serious moment on the Nerd Life Crisis here. So
Right? What happened?
Well, I didn't get to do my.
Oh, dumb shit. Go ahead.
Well, I was, all roads lead to Darien except for tonight. By the way, she moved out.
You
I think
told us that.
Yeah, she moved back. So
That's quick.
she.
Wait, but didn't Phoebe steal her room?
Yep.
So what room is Darian in?
Darien is in Phoebe's old room. She's in, and then we didn't we already turned it into like a guest room, so she's the guest, I guess.
Nice.
But no, I'm not going to. Basically, last night I had an AM show on Saturday. We played Friday,
Cool.
with the band, and it was killer. It was so super awesome. Saw the drummer from Iron Maiden twice that day. He was in the hotel lobby where we were playing. Anyway, so Saturday I walked the show, and I went with my buddy. And walking NAMM show is like walking Comic-Con. It's fucking huge,
But with
right?
guitars.
Yeah, and so I walked like every single inch of this thing because we were looking at everything. We're like, why not? We'll do one day. By the time yesterday rolled around and Sunday, like my legs are on fucking fire, like 24/7.
Well, I've seen you at Comic-Con. I'm shocked you were able to walk for more than an hour.
Seriously, right?
This guy has a fucking
Oh.
cardio.
Yes, I got to for San Diego this year. I have to. So I'm in a lot of pain. I'm taking ibuprofen, trying to knock some of the sting off because my calves are on fire still. And so I'm gonna go soak in some hot water, go take a little bath, soak. And I go into the bathroom, and it's like there's a turd in the toilet that's like, no joke, the size of the Yule log. It's like, it's so big that it's coming out of the water, and it's so big around that I'm wondering if there's a bear living in my house. And I'm like,
I don't think that's human.
What the fuck is this? So I try to flush this thing down, and it just stares at me like, really? So now I'm like, what am I gonna do?
You're like,
I can get some scissors.
Gonna cut it up.
I don't know. I got plumbing problems anyway.
that's why you invest in the fucking bidet, dude, because you can just squirt it until it breaks up.
I'm looking around the bathroom, open up cupboards, like, is there something I could stab it with to try and get this thing to go down? I'm
Poor
so
Steve over there is
pissed.
Fuck.
What's it gonna be like when those boys are teenagers, dude?
Oh my god!
Oh my god, like your house.
Well, you know what? Like,
No, but wait.
Because Chris lives in a house full of women,
Right?
Oh.
and I don't expect that.
No.
It's
the worst,
I
dude.
pretend that women don't even crap.
No, well then you haven't lived with my wife long
No.
enough.
No, but here's the worst part. So today I get home from work and I'm still pissed about this because I had to deal with this thing. And I know who it is. I know it's fucking Lauren because it's always Lauren. I don't know what the hell her problem is. She craps like once a month.
Needs some
She
fucking
saves it up.
fiber or something in
Dude,
that
she
diet.
does. I don't know what the hell's wrong with it. So I look at her, I'm like, what the hell were you thinking? You left that thing there. I was waiting for it to soften in the water. It's not
Holy
it's not a
fucking
Ritz.
shit.
What the what the hell?
Oh, yeah. Blah,
Holy shit.
blah, blah.
Oh my god.
God damn.
Wait, Steve's reacting to this, and how many times has Todd sent you a picture while he's taking a dump?
But it's just his feet, man. Listen, if
I'm
you send me
sending
an
you a
actual
picture next
of
time.
the poop, I'd be like, Jesus Christ, what is wrong with you, you savage?
This is what I love. I love Steve's like, you know what I love? I love horror movies. I like blood and guts.
Right.
I don't want to see anybody take a dump ever.
Dude, I tell you what, man, fucking at my work, dude, like these are all adults, you know? This is a place of business. We don't pay for the toilet paper. We don't pay for the water. Reach back there and give it a double flush, man. No, they're just like, take a shit. There's sometimes, there's not even toilet paper in there. It's like they just took a shit and walked away. Just pulled up drawers, walked on out. Fuck it, dude. Going out into the field. See you later. Didn't wipe my butt. I'm okay with that.
Okay. I gotta tell.
So
a story.
wow, man, your woman is
Oh no,
this is
the daughter.
The oldest daughter.
Oldest daughter.
Oh,
Okay,
no,
your
no.
oldest daughter is a savage, man.
Yeah.
Dude,
savage.
But I've warned you for like with Elena, never walk in the bathroom after she has exited.
Terrible, man.
Dude, it's like what I imagine fucking World War I would have been like. You know, you walk
Mustard
in, all of a sudden
gas.
your eyes are burning, like your fucking throat's starting to choke shut, and you're like, I got 2 seconds to get out of here. I'm gonna be dead. You know, and that's how it feels. So, and that's why when I'm in a hot, steamy shower and she comes in,
Jen
to,
and
like,
I
use
have
the
been together for
restroom.
like 21 years. 21 years in February, and I still pretend that she doesn't even take a crap, dude. I don't even want to know.
I don't want to like be in a room when like they fart. Like I don't want to like please don't flatus or anything around me. Don't just keep it in. Like I
Yeah.
want to imagine like you have a cork up your butt.
Be a lady.
I don't have that problem.
Well, that's because you're like in an all woman house.
No. But Carrie, no, I'm not saying I like want that. Carrie's totally like, you know, as far as I know, none of that ever happens.
Because already, dude, like Vic, if he takes a big crap, and he always does, he always wants to let you know, Dad, I took a big poop. Took a big poop. Come look. And you come in, you go, wow, son.
That's so great of
That
you.
is what we call a perfect 10.
I love when the child is struggling on the toilet and you don't know where, and you're like, Ron, where are you at? And I hear, I'm on the toilet.
That's hilarious.
Okay. Let's stop right here. We're gonna put a pin in it.
Dude, there was
No. I know we got a lot to talk about. The
All
list is
right.
long tonight. We started early. Steve doesn't have to be in bed for at least another like 22 minutes until
Right.
your Denny's dinner was fresh when you got it and you came right over here.
Did you go to Denny's?
No.
Oh, I was gonna say.
I'm just saying because he has to be up in like 6 hours to
Right.
go lift the heavy things, you know? All right, but we're going to put a pin in this right now. We're going to pick it right back up with our part 2. So come on back, listen to part 2 of this episode. We guys hope you enjoyed this. I'm
Big sweaty balls.
I'm
What?
Big Sweaty Balls. Sure, I don't know. I got nothing.
All right. And I'm also Pete's sweaty balls.
And I'm just, I got nothing.
I think they're all mocking me. We hope you guys are having a Nerd Life Crisis. Music for the Nerd Life Crisis podcast is provided by Big Papa and the TCB. All music available at bptcb.com or at iTunes. The Nerd Life Crisis is recorded at the Inland Blue Studios. Make sure to subscribe to the Nerd Life Crisis at iTunes and like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram or Twitter at Nerd Life Crisis.